Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Please remember that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So please do take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Aries, let's jump on in. Let's start, Aries, with looking at your recent past, seeing what you have been dealing with. What has Aries been dealing with in their recent past? And what does Aries need to know about it? Okay. Ooh, your dreams need a practical plan and a fiery climax approaches. I feel like something, and then you have you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, interesting. Okay, I feel like something came or is coming to like a head. Maybe it's a personal situation or something that you've been trying to work through, and it's almost as if, like, the way that I see it is it's like some sort of obstacle that's been in the way of an outcome that you desire. Like something happens. I don't know if it's like a tower moment. I don't know if it's like, it's something very emotionally charged, but I feel like that gets removed. It's almost as if the obstacles are being removed. But the key to it, because with your dreams need a practical plan, I feel like there's a need to take, I don't know if it's like a cautious approach to this. I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit, I feel like we're going to have to pull more before I don't want to jump to conclusions about what's happening here, but I do feel like it's almost as if some sort of obstacle is being lifted. What does Aries need to know about their current energy? Maybe you felt really stuck. It's almost as if this is finding a way around like a really major obstacle in your life. Okay, current energy for Aries. What does Aries need to know about where they're at right now? The answers you need are coming. And you have what do you need to release. So right now, there might be this energy of like seeing no way around some certain obstacle. And maybe as things are at this time, like it very much seems as if there's not a way around it, but there is. That's what this is talking about. Now, the answers you need are coming card is about, right now you're not really supposed to have all the answers. You're not supposed to like know exactly how things are going to play out. And I think that that's where that like your dreams need a practical plan card is coming from, is just making sure that you're taking a very, like, our approach to our life, our perspective of our life, can really dictate how things turn out. And when we're faced with a major obstacle or challenge, it's very easy to give up or to see it as this, never ending, there's no way around this, I'm never going to make it through this, or like I might as well just give up. But I feel like whatever obstacle you're facing, like there is a way through this. But there's something about needing to be very like careful with your approach. Okay, hang on. Let's just keep going. What does Aries need to know moving forward? Be careful with your approach. Does Aries need to know moving forward? Look at the bigger picture, and then it's time to take action. So, okay. I had this image in my head, and it was like there's like this explosion, and it's loud and it's scary, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then it turns out to actually be fireworks. It's like a celebration. So at first it's like really scary and really, uncertain, but then it's like you give it a little bit of time and you see, oh, this is actually a celebration. This is actually a good thing. So I feel like right now you might be like in that, like if you were just to slow everything down, everything in super slow motion, like you're in the middle of like some sort of explosion. Maybe it feels like things are crumbling, or it feels like, I don't know, but it's like, as you're going to eventually see that this is like a good thing. Like, now it's time to take action card. I think this is very much like you'll know what you need to do when you need to do it. So if right now you're looking around, you're going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, where to go from here. It's not really a time to have all the answers. It's a time to kind of surrender to where you're at. And that's usually the way that we find ourselves getting through some sort of an obstacle, is we kind of surrender to it and believe that there is a solution through it. Allowing the universe to do for you what you can't do for yourself. So, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot. This is a really interesting message. And it feels very specific. It feels very specific, like for a very specific collective here. So this might not resonate with everyone. I don't know. Okay. Maybe it will, just in different ways. Okay. Recent past year for Aries. A fiery climax approaches. What does Aries need to know about this past energy here? So it's almost as if you see some sort of obstacle. You're like, there's no way around this. But then something happens, and it's like a path is cleared for you. But right now, you're struggling to see a way around it. So what is this climax? What is this fiery climax talking about? Now, I did just notice this is a full moon in Aries, and then a new moon in Gemini. Or a new moon in Aries, sorry, and then this is full moon in Gemini. So you have these Aries cards. It's like closing out a cycle, starting some sort of a new cycle here. In your sign. And then this Gemini energy, like I think like air sign energy, I honestly kind of see this as like things just being up in the air. There being a lot of unpredictable energy. The Knight of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Empress in reverse. Okay. I think that the first reaction that like anyone is going to have to like whatever this obstacle, challenge that you've been presented with is like fear, anxiety, survival mode mentality. Like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do? Like, I got to figure out a way to this. I got to find a solution. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I feel like you're being asked to really slow down and not make like any rash decisions. Because I think that there is an answer to your problem, whatever that is, that's going to come like right at the right time. Now in this past energy, and maybe in the past when faced with obstacles and challenges, maybe you have kind of a tendency to maybe self-sabotage a little bit, or to, give up on the path altogether, or to, which, I mean, that's not really Aries energy. Like, I don't really associate Aries with, like, giving up. But we all have some form of self-sabotage. Like, maybe you hide from the problem, or you run from it, or you immediately try to find a way around it, which leads to you feeling even more hopeless. Like, a lot of times when we're faced with a challenge or an obstacle, the answer that we're looking for won't necessarily come after we kind of sit in the discomfort for some time. So I feel like there was probably a lot of like, man, universe, like I thought you were on my side. I thought things were going to work out. Like, I can't believe this is happening again, because there's an explosion. Like, you're seeing it as this explosion. But then you're going to see that it's actually fireworks. Okay, current energy for Aries. The answers you need are coming. Oh, Star in reverse. You're having a hard time seeing the direction or seeing the path that you need to take. Because I kind of think like I'm seeing this as like the North Star, following the North Star. I feel like it's almost as if it's a cloudy night. You can't see the star. You don't know where to go. You're kind of just stuck where you're at right now, but you're not actually stuck. It's like there's things being worked in the background that there's the Seven of Swords. It's like there's things happening in the background that you're unaware of. It's like spirit, the universe is at work in your life, and that's why I feel like right now is a time to kind of surrender and let go, because I feel like the universe is doing for you what you can't for yourself. It's almost as if lining things up so that everything can fall into place, which is why I feel like you don't know what to do right now. It's almost as if it's like it's not time. Like it's not time to act. But it will be. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay, what else? What does Aries need to know about their immediate future? It's time to take action. And then, I get this like divine timing. Answers come to you right at the right time. It's like the path becomes clear and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like not a second too late. Yeah, because the Seven of Cups in reverse, it's like clarity after confusion. The Five of Pentacles in reverse here. Okay, there's the Nine of Wands. There's the Emperor. Because this Five of Pentacles I see is like, it's how do I say that? Like, it's the opposite of a lack mentality. It's kind of like you won't feel as if sometimes when things don't work out the way that we expect, we get into our head that things will never be as good as they could have been if they would have worked out the way that we wanted them to. But sometimes things are actually working out better for us. And when we get to where it's taking us, we're able to see that. But we're not able to see that until we get to where it's taking us. That's kind of what this Five of Pentacles energy, or Five of Pentacles in reverse is to me talking about. It's like clarity and almost like deeper insight into what's going on. Because remember, you had to look at the bigger picture coupled with this. And this Emperor energy, again, very action-oriented, very powerful energy, very like taking control, like leader kind of mentality. And then this Nine of Wands is like you're being currently held back on purpose. It's like some situation is still being put together. It's like not time yet. The universe isn't ready for you. So right now what you're needing to work through is the fear and the doubt and the insecurity and the uncertainty that you're being faced with. And then I think that, it's like you'll know what to do right at the right moment. But I feel like it might require a bit of a leap of faith in a way. Interesting. So interesting here, Aries. Okay, let's get you, this is the overall theme of this reading for Aries. What does Aries need to know in order to move forward in alignment with their higher self? Does Aries need to know in order to move forward in alignment with, acceptance of love? Be in service and be your best self always. You have culmination of vision here. okay, you are being wildly, like divinely guided right now. You need to know that this situation is in the universe's hands. And you need to accept that support. I think that, we can only really experience the support of the universe to the extent that we believe in it and lean on it. And I feel like right now, more than ever, is a time to really give it over. Give it over to spiritual connection of your own understanding, whatever that looks like. Now, be in service, be your best self always. Like, I feel like what this energy is really talking about is like, your best right now is good enough. And I think that sometimes we focus on, making sure that the way that we're acting is perfect and the way that we're showing up needs to be exactly right for whatever. And the number one thing that we have to remember is that right now, as you are, like, you're worthy, you're deserving, you're lovable, like, you deserve good things to happen to you. You deserve whatever it is that you're desiring here. But in order to get there, first of all, you have to believe that you are deserving of those things and also believe that you're supported in those. So it's almost like show up, be your best self, show up in the best way you can, right? Focus on what you can control, show up in the best way you can, and then believe that the rest is being taken care of. It's almost as if through this message, the universe, spirit is like, we've got this. Like, you don't need to worry. Like, we've got you. And I feel like that is going to become very evident when you get to where this is taking you. So yeah, Spirit's like, we've got you. I've got you. Like, you're good. We have your back. It might not feel like it, might not seem like it. You're a little cloudy right now. There's a lot that isn't clear. But there's a lot being set up, like almost in the 5D that you're unaware of, that I feel like will make sense later on. So what does Aries need to know about this past energy? We're going to dive a little bit deeper into the story here. So you have a fiery climax approaches, this 5 of Swords here. Past energy for Aries. What has Aries been dealing with? And what does Aries need to know about it? So the obstacles that you're facing are there for a reason. I feel like that reason is going to, is very much going to like depend on what your personal situation is. So I feel like I can't really tell you what that reason is. Yeah, because there's the Tower. I said, I don't know if it's a Tower moment. And I feel like this brought a lot of anxiety into your life. A lot of maybe stress, could be financial stress or just overall like stress about your security. And I feel like, so Queen of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse. Well, I feel like actually this 5 of Cups is upright. Empress here, which we had it in reverse there, but I feel like it's showing up now upright. And then this Tower. I feel like, and I said this was very emotionally charged, which is typically what a Tower is. It's almost as if the universe put just like a giant freaking boulder in your path, and you're like, what the hell? Like, things are going smoothly, or I thought we were headed in the right direction. Like, what is this? And it's almost as if there's this divine timing aspect to this message and to this reading, where it's like, I don't want to take away from the experience and make it feel like you shouldn't feel the way you do, right? Because when we're going through change or uncertainty or whatever, we're very valid in feeling the uncertainty of it all. But I think that this Empress card really speaks of like, the only thing that you can really do right now is focus on you. Focus on making sure that you're good, that your needs are being met, that you're taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. And it's almost as if the rest is all right. It's like, it's not even that it's being taken care of, it's that it's already taken care of. Whether it's your finances or something to do with your love life or your, path in general, I don't know. It's like, it's already taken care of. Like, you can relax It's already taken care of. Now, that's not going to make the emotion go away. That's not going to immediately alleviate the fear, the anxiety, the stress of it all, right? Of the uncertainty. And it's not supposed to. Facing uncertainty isn't about having no fear or, having no worry or doubt. It's about not allowing your fear, doubt, and insecurity to determine your next move. And that, I feel like, again, is what this Empress is about, is like, yes, there's a lot that probably is out of your control, a lot that you're having a hard time understanding right now, and you're valid and all of that. But you gotta, like, the universe is asking you so much to just, you gotta trust. Right now, more than ever, the universe is saying, please trust us. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it's like you're gonna see. It feels like an explosion, but it's actually fireworks. And it's like, it's actually good. It's exciting. It's celebratory. I know, I guess fireworks kind of make me a little nervous sometimes. So maybe you don't like fireworks, but the analogy still stands. But I don't know. I feel like with this tower, it's sometimes when we're going through tower moments in our life, it's hard to step outside of the event and to step outside of what's happening and to look at things from a different perspective. And I think that that's what this reading is asking you to do, is it's not taking away from what you're going through. It's trusting that it's happening for a reason, that it's actually, like, that you are supported and guided through this all. So what does Aries need to know right now? Now, I feel like this future energy is all about, like, taking steps in divine guidance, and I feel like that's going to be really important, because again, it's like the universe is here to support you, but you got to accept that. You have to be open to that support and to that guidance in order to experience it. So what does Aries need to know about their current energy? The answers you need are coming with the star in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. I feel like things feel like they're at a standstill right now. And I keep getting this picture of, like, being in traffic. It's almost like you're at a standstill. There's maybe this giant wreck. And you're like, there's no way around this. I'm going to be here forever, But maybe this wreck has happened so that you show up to wherever you're going, like, right at the right time to meet the person that you need to meet, to take you to wherever you're trying to, like, it's so the thing that comes through in this reading, and I've talked about this on my channel before, is the burnt toast theory. Let me pull a couple more cards, and then I'm going to explain what I mean by that. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 2 cards of just, like, stand still. Has a lot of reversed energy in your current energy. It's like, it's almost as if you're lacking, you feel like you're lacking a lot right now. 4 of Cups, there's the Devil. Okay, I'll address these cards in a second, but the burnt toast theory is, like, say in the morning you're getting ready for work and you are making your breakfast and you burn your toast, which makes you have to take an extra, say 3 to 5 minutes to make a new piece of toast. Or you lose your keys and you have to spend some time working or looking for those. Or you go to get in your car, you spill coffee on yourself, you got to go back in and change. All of these things in the moment, they feel very stressful. You're like, I'm going to be late. I'm already stressed about my day. But it's understanding that maybe these things are protecting you from something. Maybe it's protecting you from getting in a wreck. Maybe it's happening so that you're at the right place at the right time. And essentially what it's saying is, like, sometimes the obstacles, the challenges in our life are actually there to, like, support us in, like, a bigger picture kind of way. So sometimes the universe slows us down or holds us back, not because we're not deserving or it can't happen for us, but it's almost as if it's like, it's not time yet. Like, if you were to get to where you're trying to go, maybe whatever, it just, I don't know. It's like, it wouldn't work with the rest of the plan, I guess. Like, if it were to happen right now. Now, this Devil energy signifies that there is a very intense attachment to a specific outcome. And when we're attached to a specific outcome, we basically are saying, this has to happen and this has to happen now. Because if it doesn't happen right now, if it doesn't happen in this way, or if it doesn't happen at all, like, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be loved, or I'm not going to experience abundance or success, or whatever the case is. And Spirit is really asking you to surrender over your idea of the who, what, when, where, how. You don't need to know any of that. It's none of your business. That's the universe's problem. And the more right now that you can focus on where you're directing your energy, like with this Four of Cups energy, I think especially when things aren't going our way, we might have a tendency to really focus on things aren't going our way. This is never going to work out. I'm going to be unhappy. And the more energy we feed into that, sometimes that can affect how we act. And then we might even end up, again, self-sabotaging or giving up or abandoning a path altogether. And I think that it's like you're exactly where you're supposed to be to get to where you want to go. But you need to surrender to the idea that it's happening in the exact time, in the exact way that it needs to happen. And accept that you are going to take the right steps at the right time. I think that would be like a perfect affirmation for you. Like, I am always in the right place at the right time. I'm always doing exactly what I need to do to get to where I want to be. I think that the more that you can remind yourself that, and kind of give it over to the universe and say, I'm leaving this up to you, and then kind of follow that, right? You feel a nudge to go somewhere. Maybe you get in your car, you go drive. It's like follow the guidance, follow, what comes. But it's almost as if like you don't need to worry so much. Now, take it from someone who is diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. Telling someone like me to not worry as much is like the perfect way to make me immediately angry at you. So I don't want to say that from this place of like, don't worry, it's fine. You don't need to worry as much. That doesn't mean you're not going to, and it doesn't mean you're not valid in your worrying. It just means that there is a message coming through that's saying, we've got you. You can relax. You don't need to be as worried as you are. And maybe that can help you find some relief and find a little bit of peace in the journey. What does Aries need to know moving forward? It's time to take action with the Emperor. It's like, yeah, and then it all lines up and it's like, it's time. It's ready for you. What does Aries need to know moving forward? The Nine of Swords. There's so much anxiety here. So much worry. That's just your ego. That's just your ego. Sun in reverse. There's the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, relief. That's what this is. The Judgment, Nine of Pentacles. 10 of Wands in reverse. You have the King of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. Or kind of, this just feels like an overall message. I don't know if it actually was on the bottom of the deck, but it feels very overall because this is very much about like trying to keep your cool in the chaos, like finding peace and centering yourself in the chaos. This feels like relief to me. The Judgment with the Nine of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands in reverse. It's almost as if like this fog lifts and it's like the sun shines, you hear the bird chirping again. It's like this relief, this lightness in the air. And I feel like this comes, like I said, buzzer beater, right at the last moment, just in time. So I think that, I'm not going to sit here and say, don't have anxiety about the future, don't worry about the future, because that's not realistic. I think that the number one, one of the hardest things about being a human is learning to surrender to the unknown and to surrender to the trust that we are supported by something bigger than us. But that's like, I think, a lifelong process of learning to turn to that mindset over the mindset of kind of control, worry, anxiety. But that's just your ego. Your ego is not to be demonized. We all have one. Your ego's primary goal is to keep you alive. And so what it wants is predictability. It wants to know that things are going to be okay and they're going to look this way and they're going to happen this way. And so sometimes when we're out of our comfort zone and there's a lot that we are uncertain about, sometimes that can actually be a really, really good thing, because it's almost like in those moments we have no choice but to surrender. We have no choice but to give it over to the universe. We kind of are forced into this position of trusting. And it's almost as if like the more you lean into that trust, the more you're going to hear that guidance, the more that things are going to work out. So as you're kind of navigating this, like accepting, because you deserve that love, you deserve that support, you deserve that guidance. Like you are a divine being having a spiritual, or a divine being having a human experience, a spiritual being having a human experience. Like you deserve to have all the perks of being a divine being, to be supported and loved and guided and all those things. And I feel like when you get to where this is taking you, it's almost like it's gonna make sense. The journey always makes sense in hindsight, right? You are where you're at right now, and I feel like you kind of just need to surrender to that. And again, I just get this overall, like it's already taken care of. It's already, the plan is already being set in motion. It's just that because you're a human being, you can't really see past, what's happening right now. Which again, your ego hates, because it's like, what's going to happen? Where am I going to go? Where is this going to end up? Am I going to be okay? And it's like, you don't need to worry about that. That's already been taken care of. But the uncertainty and facing the uncertainty is kind of the point, because that is what deepens your spiritual connection, what helps you evolve, things of that nature. So I think you're good. We're going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to dive deeper into these readings, or into these messages, and we're going to look at some tangible advice for you, so what you can do right now to move forward in alignment with your higher self. And then I have an advice card to pull from your spiritual team at the very end. Thank you so much, Aries, for your support of my channel. I obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aries.